Financial anxiety and stress affect millions of us, and let's be real, it can feel completely overwhelming. But don't worry, we're not just here to complain. Well, maybe a little. Here is the good news: you can take control. In today's video, we're diving into actionable tips and strategies to not just survive financial stress, but actually overcome it. From creating a solid plan to managing your emotions, I'm going to show you how to handle your money worries. Financial anxiety. It's that nagging worry that keeps you up at night, making you wonder if you can afford a pizza or if you can even afford to wonder. And trust me, you're not alone. At this point, it's a universal hobby. Financial stress, the club nobody asked to join. Financial anxiety is the worry, guilt, or constant rumination surrounding money, and it's more prevalent than you'd think. There are a few big culprits behind financial stress. For some, it's drowning in debt, like those credit card balances that seem to grow faster than your paycheck. For others, it's not having enough savings to handle emergencies or worrying about job stability. And let's not forget the rising costs of, well, everything. In fact, according to the American Psychological Association, 72% of adults report feeling stressed about money at least some of the time, and 22% say it's a constant source of stress. Mild anxiety can impact your mental and physical health, but severe financial stress? Oh, that can wreck relationships, job performance, and your ability to manage basic adulting tasks. Let's face it, money can be an ultimate frenemy. It's there when you need it, except when it's not. And when it's not, bam! Welcome to financial anxiety, the gift that just keeps on giving. But what exactly triggers this money-induced panic? As you'd expect, not having enough money to cover necessities or paying off debt is a big anxiety trigger. Shocking, right? Who could have guessed that being broke could be stressful? But here is the kicker. You don't even need to be living paycheck to paycheck to experience financial anxiety. Even people with a decent income can find themselves in a one-sided, toxic relationship with their money. Societal expectations, these silent architects of impulse buys and financial stress. Without even realizing it, you might be carrying financial habits and fears handed down from your family. For instance, if you grew up watching your parents stress over bills or scramble to make ends meet, you might unknowingly adopt their monthly financial panic ritual as your own. Financial therapist Carrie Rattle highlights another culprit: societal values, especially the ones paraded across social media. You know how it goes. Your feed is flooded with people sipping cocktails on yachts or enjoying lattes in Paris, while you're at home comparing ramen brands for the best deal. It's not just FOMO anymore, it's FOPO. Fear of personal overdraft. Social media doesn't just fuel envy, it reinforces unrealistic financial expectations that can leave you feeling constantly behind. Another anxiety trigger is feeling like your finances are running the show and not the other way around. When you feel powerless to change your situation, psychologists call it low self-efficacy. The fancy talk for feeling like you couldn't budget your way out of a paperback. And if you've ever spent hours agonizing over past spending choices, only to say, well, too late now, congratulations, you've experienced guilt-induced paralysis. Here is the thing. Over time, this lack of control can lead to something psychologists call learned helplessness. You start believing that no matter what you do, nothing will get better. Cue the financial anxiety pity-party loop where stress leads to bad decisions, which leads to more stress and, you guessed it, worse decisions. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. But don't worry, you are not doomed to stay in this vicious cycle forever. Recognizing what's triggering your financial anxiety is the first step to breaking free. Stick around and we'll figure out how to take control of your money without sacrificing your sanity or your Netflix subscription. The joy of never knowing when your paycheck will show up, or if it'll show up at all. It's like playing financial roulette with less glamour and more stress suits. Freelancers, gig workers, and anyone who's faced unemployment know the drill. One day you flush with cash, and the next Googling creative ways to make ramen exciting. Planning for the future? Hilarious. Saving for emergencies? Sure, right after you figure out how to pay rent for this month. The constant uncertainty turns basic necessities into high-stakes negotiations. And let's not even talk about trying to make long-term financial decisions. Who needs retirement savings when you're just trying to survive until next Friday? Oh, the thrill of watching the economy do its little dance. One step forward, two steps into chaos. Recession rumors, inflation rates, stock market mood swings. It's like the world's most stressful soap opera, except the plot twist is your dwindling savings account. Even if your personal finances are rock solid, economic instability has a way of sneaking into your brain and setting up camp. Suddenly you're clutching your wallet like it's a life raft and eyeing every news headline like it's a harbinger of doom. Retirement accounts? Might just call them, let's see how much we can lose this quarter funds. And let's not forget the added fun of grocery prices skyrocketing while your paycheck stubbornly refuses to grow. Eggs are basically a luxury item now, and your dreams of owning a home feels as realistic as unicorn showing up to pay your mortgage. Because nothing says financial security like wondering if the next economic hiccup will blow up your budget. When acute anxiety kicks in, what's your go-to move? A Netflix binge? Crying into a tub of ice cream? Let's aim for healthier alternatives, shall we? Science says that activities like exercising, calling a friend, or practicing mindfulness can help. Let's explore each of them. Here is a little reality check. If money stress is eating your life, you are not alone. In fact, 64% of Americans report feeling stressed about money at least once a month. And this isn't some exclusive US club. People across the world are dealing with the same thing. Understanding that financial anxiety is normal can take some of the pressure off. You don't have to be an outlier or a financial failure just because you're feeling stressed. It's simply part of the human experience, kind of like getting stuck in the traffic or accidentally sending the text to the wrong person. Everyone's been there, and you'll get through it too. Stop me if this sounds familiar. I can't believe I spent this much last month. Society loves to guilt trip us about money, but guess what? Nobody handed us a financial wizard 101 textbook in school. Mistakes happen. Instead of drowning in guilt, start building a healthier relationship with your finances. Celebrate purchases that bring real joy. Yes, your favorite coffee counts. Give yourself a high five for even smallest financial wins. Pay the bill on time? Go you! Oh, and remember, you are not your bank balance. Your worth isn't tied to your net worth, so focus on your strengths, values, and what you can control. When money worries have you feeling like you've been hit by a bus, it's tempting to curl up in the bed and binge watch your way through the day. But here is the thing, moving is magic. Keeping active doesn't just mean hitting the gym like a fitness influencer. Even small steps like catching up with friends, dusting off your resume, or simply walking around the block can break the stress cycle. And if you do have a little extra time, try some exercise. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are basically nature's mood boosters. Plus, it gives you something else to focus on other than the fact that your bank account is giving you a cold shoulder. Staying active keeps your mind and body in motion, making it easier to combat stress and anxiety. Stress, financial anxiety, and the urge to grab a bottle of wine. Sounds like the perfect recipe for disaster, right? Sure, alcohol might seem like the answer for temporary escape, but spoiler alert, it isn't. Drinking may give you a few hours of relief, but the next morning you'll be facing both a hangover and a heap of unresolved money worries. Turns out alcohol just piles on the stress, leaving you feeling more anxious than before. Instead of reaching for the bottle, try finding healthier ways to relax, like deep breathing, warm bath, or watching a funny show. When it comes to financial stress, your body often sounds the alarm before your mind catches up. Racing heart, sweaty palms, that sinking feeling that you just looked at your bank account after a shopping spree? Yeah, we've all been there. Next time your anxiety flares up, hit pause. Breathe deeply. Yes, right now, through your nose, out through your mouth. It feels better, doesn't it? Incorporate relaxation techniques into your routine, whether it's mindfulness, meditation, or yoga. And no, you don't have to twist yourself into a pretzel to get the benefits. It's about focusing on the present and calming your mind, not becoming the next meditation guru. Even focusing 5 minutes on your breathing can work wonders. And if your mind keeps wandering to bills or debt, gently bring it back to the present moment. Over time, this little practice can help you face financial triggers with a little less panic and a lot more poise. Let's get real. Comparing your financial situation to others, especially those picture-perfect moments on social media, is like running a race where you are the only one wearing flip-flops. It's unfair and exhausting. Shift your focus inward. What are your goals? What are your values? Forget the influencer who just bought a yacht. Do you even want a yacht? Probably not. Or maybe you do. Either way, it's about what aligns with your vision for your life, not someone else's TikTok reel. Start by embracing your financial story, flaws and all. Mistakes are part of the journey, not the end of the road. Practice self-compassion and recognize that everyone faces struggles, even if they are not visible. Instead of dwelling on past missteps, focus on learning and moving forward. Oh, and the next time you catch yourself spiraling into a shame vortex, remind yourself nobody is posting their credit card statement on Instagram. Knowledge might not pay the bills, but it sure helps you figure out how to. The more you know about finances, the less likely you are to spiral into a panic when an unexpected expense pops up. Think of it like this: when you understand how to budget, tackle debt, or save for the future, you are no longer stumbling in the dark. You've got a flashlight, and that flashlight is financial literacy. Start with the basics, create your budget, understand interest rates, and learn how to prioritize your financial goals. There is no need to dive into advanced stock market strategies unless you want to. Even small steps like reading a personal finance book or watching YouTube videos, hey, like this one, can boost your confidence. Remember, being informed is empowering and less stressful. Here is a plot twist. You don't have to tackle financial anxiety alone. It's not a solo mission. Sometimes you need a co-pilot, or at least someone to hand you the map. Whether it's a financial coach, a therapist, or even a pet, they're great listeners, trust me. Sharing the burden is the emotional weight. Financial stress thrives in isolation, but a little guidance can shine a light on solutions you might not have considered. Remember, you don't have to go it alone. And no, asking for help isn't admitting defeat. It's actually a power move. Talking things out can provide new perspectives, potential solutions, or at least the comfort of knowing that someone else got your back during rough patches. Okay, so your bank account might look like it's hosting the vacation in the negative party, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Your financial situation isn't permanent, so how do you turn the ship around? Easy inspiration. Find stories of people who turned their finances around. Read about those who went from deep debt to financial freedom. Follow blogs with actionable money tips or download apps that help you track your savings every time you stick to the budget. When you see real progress, it's a confident boost that fuels your journey. Alright, it's time to put on your CEO hat and get serious about your financial future. No more wandering aimlessly through the financial jungle. Let's create a game plan. Start small. Instead of conquering everything at once, choose one priority to tackle. Maybe it's building an emergency fund or paying down the gnarly credit card debt. What's the most urgent? What aligns with your lifestyle and values? Once you identify that, focus on it and start building foundation. Now, once you've set your goal, create a budget that works for you, something sustainable, not restrictive. Track your income, allocate your spending, and automate wherever you can. Trust me, automation is the real MVP here. Set it and forget it. Let the technology handle the boring stuff so you can focus on what really matters, making progress without constant worry. Financial stress is real and it affects all of us in different ways. But the good news, it doesn't have to control your life. By recognizing the signs and taking proactive steps to manage it, whether through mental shifts, physical care, or healthier habits, you can regain your peace of mind. It's a journey, but every step you take toward better managing financial anxiety brings you closer to feeling more empowered, confident, and in control of your finances. So don't let stress win. You've got the tools, now use them. Take a deep breath and let's move forward with clarity and purpose. And thank you everyone for your attention today. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one with more actionable tips.